And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the St. Louis Park Rec Center right here on mnhockey.tv. And also, CatholicSportsNetwork.org. I'm Pete Wagner along with Bart Archer. Bart, we have ourselves a, what shall we call it, intersectional matchup between the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights and the Hopkins Royals. The Royals have played a pair of games right now. They're 0-2 on the campaign so far, and they'll be taking on the Red Knights that are making their debut.
No, in fact, Royals out of the gate played against Mankato East, and they were outshot 45-15, and then they played Woodbury and dropped that one, and they were outshot 46-38. So the offensive side seems to be trending in the right direction. But I think what Coach Corey Peterson and the Royals have to focus on is just limiting the shots against, really putting their goalies in a precarious position to make the saves and to kind of carry the load. But if they can play a little bit more defensively responsible and limit the shots, I think they might have some success tonight. But this is a good Red Knight team.
Indeed it is, and I think defense is going to be the key component to them. They've got already Colorado College-bound Nate Schweitzer. He's a good one, 5'11" junior, shoots the puck well, defends, moves the puck. James Callahan will be his partner. Seamus Foley is a junior. Tristan Sarsland, that's a big one. He'll be wearing sweater number 6. This is his first jump into the foray into the high school level as a freshman. He was a dandy in the Wayzata program. And then their fifth defenseman, only dressed in 5 here, is Brady Yakish. But Bart, the goaltending of Carter Limesand last year, played a ton of big games for Ken Pauley's edition as a freshman. Played like a senior by the end of his run.
Yeah, and it seemed like the more comfortable and more familiar he got with the level, the better he became. He had a 2.7 goals against average with about an 89 save percentage. Once it got to sections, he tightened that down to about 2 goals against and a 9.38 save percentage way at 30 saves, so he only allowed 2 in, so he's trending the right direction. But getting back to the defense on this Red Knight squad, not a lot of experience, but they do have some varsity experience, as you said, Callahan and Schweitzer. Schweitzer was actually invited to the Boys Select 16 Player Development Camp, the U.S. Under-17 Select team that competed in August at the Five Nation Tournament in Slovakia. And Blake Messenberg, another newcomer to this Red Knight squad, accompanied him as well. But this Red Knight squad, maybe not a lot of household names. They don't have the guy that jumps off the page, but they certainly have a good bevy of talent, and they're looking to show their wares tonight.
Indeed they will. Now, meanwhile, for the Hopkins Royals, Henry Sweeney had himself a nice Elite League campaign for the Hopkins Royals. He'll do a nice job in that capacity for this team up front. Has 2 assists in their first 2 games. Tom Gozic is a strong skating player, a solid winger. We'll be watching for him. And then as well, Jake Rainier and Jack Stussy, both up front, will be very impressive for this edition. Sam Haberman, a slick puck-moving defenseman as well, very solid for this Royals edition.
Well, and they do goaltending by tandem. We have senior goaltender Ethan Myers, and we also have sophomore Zach Hayes. They split duties. Both didn't get a lot of support, but they held quite well. They're going to be challenged tonight regardless of who Coach Peterson puts in the net.
One of the wings will be Jack Stussy for the Royals. Henry Sweeney at 6'3". This kid has been a player since he's been a youngster. He can play. He'll be the center, and then the other wing will be Jake Rainier.
Well, they've always had talent in Hopkins. I think it just comes down to depth as it stands. But again, a very formidable first line, and as you said, Henry Sweeney on the goal scoring sheet, or at least on the assist part of it in both games so far.
Jackson James and Miles Halligan will be your defenseman, and Zach Hayes will get the nod in goal for the Royals.
The sophomore.
He played some games last year as a freshman.
And
now for your Red Knights.
Red Knights now, this is a team, we've been talking about rebuilding, Bard, and you hear those terms all the time, and I think for this team, I think they're going to take some teams, I don't know if the term would be by surprise, but this is a good hockey team. Ian Barr will lead us off in the introductions here, and he'll be the center iceman.
Well, he's the leading goal scorer coming back from last year. Cooper Gay, junior forward.
Right wing, number 24, Will Thompson.
And Will Thompson will be the other forward on this team. 2 juniors and a senior for Ken Pauley's edition. By the way, this is the 20-year anniversary of the big first state championship in school history. Schweitzer will get the start on the blue line, one of the captains. He and Barr, obviously, both wearing the C's on this team. And then also joining them up front will be the defenseman number 16, Brady Yakish. He is the freshman as well, joining Sarsland on the back line. And This Red Knight coaching staff, Bart, has been very pleased with what these two freshmen have done so far through their summer workouts and then now here in the early part of the season in practice.
Well, the nice part about a young team playing is they're going to get better as the year goes on as well.
We'll pause now for your national anthem.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats, and join me in singing our national anthem.
Wow, a public address announcer who sings.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Head coach of the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights is going to be, of course, Ken Pauley. He's been in the program for quite some time, Bart Archer.
Had great success as well.
I mean, it's kind of a tale of two coaching staffs, as the man known as Buddha has been coaching for a long, long time. And then he's going to be opposed by Dave Bakken, the 4-on-4 legend. Came over from the Breck Mustangs program. He's got a really good coaching staff with him up front. He's got Archie Skalback, the former Royal legend.
One of my favorites.
And then my former broadcast colleague. How about that? Gino Parrish.
Oh, Gino's behind the bench?
There he is. He grew the hair out.
Oh, he did. But always entertaining talking to Gino. But, Pete, I think one of the challenges to this Red Knight squad is they graduated Joe Collins, Dylan Hain, Matt Kachurik up front. That's 39 goals. That's a lot of goals. It's almost 50%. And also graduated Nate Clark, who was very active, and Jerome Newhouse on the back line. And that accounted for 8 game-winning goals out of the 12 wins of last year. So they're going to be looking for some people to fill those slots. They certainly have the horses. But it all comes down, and I don't want to put too much emphasis on Ian Barr, but he's the leading goal-scoring returner, so he's going to get plenty of time, I'm sure, on special teams. Going to get some good looks at the net. But I'm excited for this Red Knight squad, excited for this game. We're getting started here in the high school season.
Archer, the great thing about high school hockey is it's always next one up. And in the case of this with the Red Knights and the Royals, they'll need to fill some holes here. Red Knights will control with Schweitzer. Back up the middle they go off the glass. That was Gay with it. Now picked up by the Royals. That's Jackson James. Cycles back to the near corner. Schweitzer all the way through and wide of Zach Hayes, and icing will be your call. We'll wind it up and bring it back into Red Knight territory and visit Carter Limesand in the early going.
Yeah, faceoff's going to be in the Benilde zone, and one person that is worthy of note in the blue is Henry Sweeney. We talked about it before, the senior center for this Hopkins Royal squad. Long drink of water, but he's got some good speed as well.
That's next level size of playing down the middle.
Might be next level speed as well.
Good hockey player indeed. Sweeney the draw, now a little help from Jake Rainier. Look on the Red Knights, they're gonna run this one up the ice with Blake Messenberg. Left wing pass misses the mark, wide of Hayes. The Red Knights will look to play this to the corner. These two teams had a good game last year, if my memory serves me. Back into the corner now, Bassan with it. That's off his stick, and now Sweeney's gonna go after the loose puck. Winning the race there is Seamus Foley. That's off Sweeney from the forecheck, in on goal. Limesand says, I'm gonna cover and then get rid of it. Does. Now back out of the zone come the Red Knights. That's Mortensen with it. He's bothered on the play. And it's going to be the Red Knights' Messenberg up to the line. Shot in on goal. That's off the goaltender, Zach Hayes. That one taken up high by James Callahan. Now it's Hadley. You want to talk tall drinks of water.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting into the Ben Bishop range there of the Edina Hornets. Calvin Pugh from back of the day. That's kind of the Zdeno Chara thing.
Okay, I was wondering if that name was going to come up.
You're waiting for that reference?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, there you go.
Tyler Myers.
Karam off the boards for Marshall. Oh, Tyler Myers can throw him too. Red Knights cycle back in behind the net. Haberman is there. He'll play it to the near boards. Submarining a would-be checker there was Parker Johnson, and ahead they go with Tom Gozic. He'll be taken away by Tristan Sarsland. This kid's a freshman. Watch his game. Bounding puck, played up into the neutral zone. I'm not the guy that gets all juiced up about the freshman players, Bart Archer.
Every once in a while.
You got to prove it to me, but
right
I saw Mike Crowley for the first time when he was a freshman with you.
Tommy Nevers.
There are a few players that you can say wow to, and Ken Pauley doesn't get wowed too much. And this is one he said you'll enjoy watching this kid play.
Well, he took a very responsible angle on that to thwart the forward progress. So, so far so good.
Now it's going to be the Red Knights with Foley. Plays that one rink wide. Callahan is there.
Albeit a lot of the play's been down in the Hopkins Royal zone, but I like their positioning. They're making Benilde St. Margaret's work very hard, and they're protecting the middle of the ice. I was a little worried about the positioning, but their positioning seems to be pretty solid.
Back in behind the net, Red Knights look to force one to the slot area. Bouncing puck, Callahan plays it down with the stick. Ooh, that nearly went off the skate of Jackson James. Plays the body there out front, deflected away. Nice job with the stick by Jack Slattery. And now it's going to be Rainier with it through center. Puts on the brakes and shovels this one in on goal as Limesand the save. Callahan looks up the left wing side. Be sure to join us on Thursday. These same Red Knights will be on the road when they're Reds taking on the Hornets. Now it's going to be a shot that's fanned on by Sweeney as the puck will be played back up to the left wing side. There's a snapper through traffic. In front with a screen was Jack Stussy. Back in behind the net. Now it's going to be picked up by the defense. That's Callahan off the glass, bounding puck to the neutral. Stussy with it, opening and sends it back in behind. Linesand's going to cut that off, and it's going to be Foley. Look out, forecheck is good. Sweeney is there, but he loses the handle. Nice job by Seamus Foley, the junior, to regroup. Possession, right side bar. His pass hits a man. That's going to be Johnson back the other way for the Royals. A big shot and a nice save. A good one made there by Limesand. We'll get a look at this one on the replay, Bart Archer.
Well, Parker Johnson did a good job of thwarting that play right when he needed to do that. Right there, he closed the gap on that, used his body to block, and then his speed took over. A nice recovery by Benilde St. Margaret's, kind of forced him to the outside, gave him a little how's she going, but a good low shot glove side about a foot off the ice. But what a big save it was for Limesand, and he paid the price for making a play. He got hit after the shot.
The freshman Yakish with a great job to come across and not allow Johnson to get the shoulders turned at the dot there.
Absolutely.
Beautiful work. Ooh, Sauce was chucked. And a beautiful job on the poke check there by Zach Hayes. Hadley bumped off the puck from the end boards. Now it's going to be turned back up by the Red Knights. Snapper in traffic to the midsection. Held on to by Hayes.
Boys, a good quick shot by Schweitzer. Nice feed, threaded it through the traffic, got it on Schweitzer's stick, and he, off the pass, took that shot, but it was a nice job by Zach Hayes to slide over and cover the areas. You can see it on replay right there. An area rebound while a Red Knight was poised and ready for a second chance.
Bragg with it now. David Bragg has gone straight Christmas tree there. Yakish through the leather. Oh, my word.
Bragg looks no worse for the wear.
That's no problem. Back up into the neutral zone. Bassan is there. Back in behind and icing the call.
Well, Red Knights just snuck in about a foot before the puck, and the referee kind of held his arms out like it was good, but ended up calling the whistle face-off just outside this Hopkins Royal zone. 12:20 left in this scoreless first period. So far, Red Knights are putting on good pressure, but Hopkins is weathering the storm, and they seem to be getting some confidence as they go. But Hopkins is not afraid to take the puck out of their zone and put some pressure on Carson Limesand.
Not afraid to get dirty in the dirty. Oh, there's a big turnover. That one just misses the mark, as that was Adam Marshall on the bid for Benilde St. Margaret's. Off the stick, Sweeney gets an angle. Here he comes to the right wing side. Snapper, that was a juicy one there. Misses the mark, cut off. Nifty job on the near boards by J.J. Martin. Rink wide it goes. Saw his father Tom. Special hello to him. Now they're going to play this one back behind. Schweitzer is there. They'll look to break out of the zone. Yakish plays to the left side for Schweitzer. Too far. They better hurry. That's Slattery spun off the puck. Now it's going to be Sweeney. Good positional play there. Look to the middle. Didn't like what he had, and they're going to be offside. Kind of misfired along the way there with Jack Stussy.
Well, the puck was dancing on Sweeney a little bit, but I think he wanted Stussy coming up the gut. He had some good speed, but he just couldn't corral the puck and get it over to him. Hence Stussy in the zone before the pucks will face off just outside in the Red Knight zone. But this Hopkins team's pretty good about turning the play back up. They're in the good positions. If they thwart the pace, they're good in transition. They just need to kind of get the sequence down and get some more pressure on Limestone. But so far, so good. Just almost there, it seems.
That one sent in by the Royals behind the net. 11:23 to go in period number 1. Red Knights forced back in behind. Now, when you count in all of the regular season games and the youth games that I have scheduled for this year, it's over 140 between now and the middle of March. How about that? Or middle of February. You ready to keep up the pace?
I'll do the best I can. I'm not getting any younger, but I'll do what I can. I'll give you what I got.
Play the age card. then if you're relieved of your duties, you can't pull the age discrimination. Off the side of the net.
You know I will anyway.
I know you will.
Lord knows I take enough fun.
Stussy is there. I'm not too far behind, so relax, big fella.
Right.
Back up at the line. It's played back down by Barr behind the net. The Red Knights will change their forward unit as the Royals will have the freebie out of the zone. Getting away from one man, back up across the line. A shot that's deflected by Halligan. Wide of the mark. Bumped around the boards. Heavy there by Parker Johnson. And it'll be the Red Knights to control with Jonah Mortensen. Turned over, save Limestone. A good one there. Puck is laid down by James. That hits a man on the way in. Johnson watches his man. Now they're going to work it inside out. Messenberg is there. They sent a pass. That's just off the mark. Another sauce to the slot area. Laid down nice and flat, but missed the mark. Now it's going to be pinched down the wall by Yakish. Royals back out of the zone with Tommy Gossage. He can skate. Back across line. Beautiful positioning play by Schweitzer. Shuts his man out. Gossage is holding his arm. That didn't feel good. I think he's going to be okay. No worse for wear. To the left wing side, right wing side it goes to Mortensen. Wide of the mark. Now it's going to be Sarsland. Back into the corner. Bassan is there. Poked ahead to the right wing side for Mitch Kaplan. Here comes Kaplan across the line. Forced wide and back in deep it goes. Yakish watched him. Now it's going to be bumped in back behind Foley. Yakish upended on the play. That was Bragg on that. Now it's going to be a shot that's by Hadley that didn't get through. They'll stay on this one, turn back into the corner. Now over it's going to be Messenberg. Messenberg ahead. Across the line, looks to go inside out. Sits in the slot area, bounding puck. Hayes makes a good reaction to cover that one up and keep this one scoreless here in the first period.
Well, I think what's very important for the Royals, you saw the Red Knights coming down on a rush, and they matched them up player for player. So 3 Red Knights in the offensive zone in a particular area, and all the Hopkins Royals were around, and they're in the proper position. So if they can kind of maintain that defensive integrity, they're going to be in pretty good shape. But I really like this Mortensen, Messenberg, and Bisson line. They wheel quite well. And Mortensen, if you remember last year, Pete, as a freshman, scored 5 goals, so he got his feet wet, and it looks like he's ready to get right after it again. But they're a good flow with these guys, and they work well together.
Nice hustle play there by Bischel to keep it alive. Up to the right side for Callahan. Stick saves Hayes. Wanted to gather it in. Couldn't get it. Look out front it goes. Down low to help to protect there was Stussy, but instead it's going to be gathered in by the Red Knights. Here's a man down low. Oh, dropped out. Oh, Sweeney with a busy stick. He can fly up the right wing side. One-on-one snapper. Blocker pad save. Limesand rebound. Oh, what a save. Limesand from left to right. Kept the pillows on that one. Now to the right wing side. Here come the Red Knights with it with Marshall. Looks out front. That one's turned aside. Back behind it goes. Now they'll look back up. Sarsland with it. Cycles that one back in. Great. You got another good defenseman. I keep thinking Clark every time I see 6. I got it. It's going to take a couple of games.
He made an impression.
So one thing about high school hockey is you have to stay quick on your feet with the numbers. Back in behind now. It's going to be played on the stick. They're looking for Barr there. Now it's Slattery in on goal. That one misses the mark. Barr again. Jammed by Slattery back off the end boards. Gay is there. Turned aside from the slot area. Nothing there. Schweitzer comes away with it. Tried to work a shot. Couldn't get it. Now back over to the far side. Gay is there. 7 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the first period. Turnaround shot. Turned aside by Hayes. Now shallow angle. Schweitzer. I don't know if that worked its way through. Good pressure here by the Red Knights. Foley at the line. Plays this one. That gets away from the stick of Rainier. And to the corner it goes. James, they're completely reeling here right now in the defensive zone. Sidestepping would be checker as Schweitzer in on goal. Hayes with a nice read there to cover that one up.
Well, that was a good cover. They needed to take a break, but it seemed like Hopkins was chasing the play a little bit, but they really kind of cinched down once it got into the scoring area. So Benilde St. Margaret's had plenty of opportunities, but Hopkins had a busy stick there, or they contested each and every play. But it looks like Hopkins is going to take a penalty on that one, and that looks like it's going to be Jack Slattery, the senior forward for this Hopkins team. We'll have to wait for the official announcement, but Benilde on the power play with the talent they have, you don't want to do that too many times, but now it's up to the Royals to pick up their teammate.
Face-off win. There's Haberman to jump on that one and launch at the length of the ice. Back in behind the net it goes now. Left wing on the breakout. Down the right wing rail for Bisson. The Edina product. They play this one back up to the line. Schweitzer, that made Bart Archer happy. Top of the right circle. Turn around, there's a chance. There's Hayes with a nice stick. Haberman jumps on the loose puck, sends that one the length of the ice.
Well, a good opportunity, but good defense by Hopkins, seeing a loose puck and just clearing it out of danger. I think that they're going to have to kind of do that a couple more times before the power play, but this is a very, very focused Red Knight power play unit.
Now across the line. There's a chance in front. They score! Oh, the power play goal. James Callahan dents the twine, and it's 1-0 Red Knights. You'll take a look at this power play goal for them, Bart Archer.
Well, it's all about timing and numbers, and you have the man advantage. He worked around and just a nice sauce pass through traffic. Just put it on for a nice redirect from James Callahan, the sophomore defenseman. First goal of the season for him, obviously. First goal for the Red Knights. Good to get that one on the power play.
So Callahan gets the goal. We'll see who the assists are awarded to here.
And I don't think we got an official ruling as far as what that penalty was, but nonetheless, Hopkins going to have to stay out of the box. But Red Knights with a good first blush on the power play early in the season.
By the way, be sure to check out this week's edition of the Let's Play Hockey magazine. It's fantastic. It's 75 years of high school hockey, celebrating it big time. And there's lists and all sorts of things. There's team capsules.
Even back in my day, we enjoyed reading that.
That's how long this thing's been around. Back up to the line now, it's Yakish. Callahan, the goal scorer. So Schweitzer and Messenberg get the assist. There's a wrister that's turned aside. That one by Hayes. Back up to the line it goes. Red Knights have, this is their first live action. Royals have been involved in 2 with Mankato East, as well as
Woodbury.
5-1 loss to East, 4-1 loss to Woodbury. But they've got game legs going. There's a chance in front. Looks like the Red Knights have caught up to that tempo and pace, so you can practice all you want. There's a shot that's blocked. Nice job by the defense. I believe that was going to be Kaplan who went down and got it. He was joined by Bragg. To the right wing side, drop pass goes to Marshall. Now they look to Schweitzer off the boards, and now here comes a foot race. No ice on the play. Sweeney looks to get inside. Ooh, on his man. That's going to be a tough one. And we'll see what they call here. That could be, we'll see. We'll see if they're generous.
Well, there was no malicious intent, you can see, but just the proximity of where he was and where the Red Knight was to the boards, he's going to go, and it's just a question of the interpretation upon the referee. I'm sure it's going to be at least a 2-minute. I don't think it was anything malicious in intent, but they were just contesting for the puck. He just got a little bit aggressive, but now we're going to see that Red Knight power play one more time.
They're going to talk this one over. I think they're going to give him the gift and the cross check.
Well, as long as they take the necessary time and make the proper call. But one thing about this Hopkins team is I'm noticing their body language. A lot of times if teams are struggling a little bit, especially out of the gate, being outscored, 9-2 or whatever in the first 2 games, is after that first goal, you look for the body language. You look for the sagging shoulders. You look for, oh, here we go again. I didn't see any of that. They were right back to the dot. Their body language is solid. They just want to get back and compete. And I think that's a really good sign for the coaching staff of this Royals team and good things to come. There's 14 seniors rostered on this team, so they have enough maturity on this team to really make something happen. They just need a couple breaks, and I think that if they can punch one in and start feeling good about it, that they can skate up and down.
Now they're talking to the Royals coaching staff, so it might be a 2-10.
Okay. Boy, that would be a
you don't want the major if you're Hopkins.
No, absolutely. And that's one thing about Hopkins in their game against Mankato East. They took a major penalty as well, and against Woodbury they took a major penalty as well. So if they can kind of get away from those aggressive kind of 5-minute penalties, they'll put them in a little better spot.
So we don't know what the time is up on the board. We didn't see any signal from the official on the penalty either.
Well, my guess is going to be a cross check.
Ooh, they gave him the major.
They did, didn't they? Okay. But they had the respect to go talk to the coaches about it, so there's no miscommunication there. But great opportunity for the Red Knights.
Oh, they went high off the glass. One of the things the Red Knights are known for is their power play.
Hopkins penalty on number 7, Henry Sweeney. 5-minute major for open ice checking from behind. That's Hopkins penalty number 7, Henry Sweeney. 5-minute major for checking from behind at 15-12.
So he gets a major for checking from behind at 15-12.
And those are the little things that can really kind of bury your spirit a little bit. As I said, they've taken a major penalty in their first 2 games, now their 3rd game sequentially. So if they can kind of stay away from those big penalties, it's going to be a little bit easier for success.
There's a blocker pad save, and your best PK guy has to be your goaltender.
Yeah.
That one through the slot area, misses the mark. Marshall now back up to the line. It was away from him. Foley on that pass. Foley swats that one down and guides it back in behind the net. Gay hustles over, and they'll play this one through traffic and all the way back into Red Knight territory. 4:10 to go in the major, 3:56 to go in the period, and 1-0 your score in favor of the Red Knights.
Boy, Gay's doing a nice job of hounding the puck.
Now it's going to be across the line with Seamus Foley. The defenseman back in behind, chips a pass up that could not be handled by Basanis, or check that was Marshall as the puck rolled on him. Foley. He looks up to the right wing side for Sarsland across the line. He leaves this one back to the left wing side, back in behind. Sarsland looks for a little bit of help from Bischel. Charlie Bischel up high to the right line now. Yakish look to his left. Fooled his man there, walks and shoots. Pat saved a good one there.
I think that was more of a pass back to Bischel for a redirect. He just missed by a little bit, but really good idea on that.
Nonetheless, that might have found its way to the back of the net, and a nice save made there by the goaltender. Prop high, top of the slot, shot, save Hayes. He's going to cover that one up. Some good looks there from the Red Knights here with the major.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, Marshall did a nice job. You'll see him gain the zone, and then he cuts toward the middle and kind of navigates his way through traffic, splits the defenders, and really kind of loads this one up and sends it. A really hard shot contested, but Hayes did a nice job of tracking that puck into his glove. Face off to his right. 3:08 left in the major penalty to Sweeney for a
Schweitzer can let it go. Left side they go with it. That one's deflected off a pair of shins. Now they'll go to the near side, up high to Schweitzer as he's going to protect the puck and looks to his left. Gets it back. Schweitzer, nice job inside. Oh, how's she going? To the corner. Schweitzer on the give and go. That one didn't connect as he looked to hook up there with Bassan. Now to the right side, Callahan back behind for Bassan. He'll play this one off the equipment there of Stussy and back into the neutral zone for Schweitzer with speed. The junior captain carries back into the corner. Watched closely by Hadley with a big reach. Back up to the line it goes. Callahan, and back behind again. Schweitzer. He just shows the pass and then can pull it back so quickly where he gets you kind of moving, and then he buys real estate. We've seen that twice now. They try to force that one through. That hit Hadley on the way in. Slattery gets it, couldn't get it out. Schweitzer right back at you, misses the mark. And for the Red Knights, it's going to be Callahan. That's off the tape. Handled now by Messenberg. That's blocked up high. To the near side, Gozic was there. Now it's going to be Messenberg, right wing down the wall. Callahan, blocker pad, nice save there. Look out, back the other way, it's Gozic one-on-one with Schweitzer. He's going to try to create. Gozic tried to muscle in on Schweitzer, who brought him down. Nice defensive play there. Nonetheless, the Royals kill off some valuable time on the PK. 1:20 to go in the power play, 1:05 to go in the first. And back up ice they go with Callahan. Straight up the middle. Left wing, shot, turned aside. Bumped around the boards. That by Jackson James. Handled now by Callahan. And now putting on the brakes is Marshall. I'll walk this one down to the corner. Yakish watched on the play by Stussy, but good support there by the Red Knights. The corner back behind the net. Bischel plays that one back over for Foley. Bischel walks the line, stick by, oh, what a save. First the stick by the goaltender. Hayes, you'll watch this right out of the corner, Bart, and then a nice glove save.
Yeah, he put the big paddle down and stopped that centering attempt, and then he made a really good save following that up. And as you said, P. Wagner, sometimes the goaltender has to be your best penalty killer, and he just proved his wear right there. But that was the thwarting of that centering ice. And through traffic, he actually gathered that one up, held it on. Just 34 seconds left in this major penalty. So far, Hopkins is weathering the storm. Still got a little work to do, but this face-off very important for the Royals and the Red Knights.
That was a nice job by Yakish to bear down on that puck, a bouncing puck, and push that one back into the goal mouth area. Back up to the line they go with it now. Schweitzer. Messenberg back to Schweitzer. Snapper, oh, he hit a Royal in front. Down on his knees was James, and here's a possible breakaway. It's going to be Gozic. Schweitzer watches him. Gozic in front. Scores!
Oh, my word.
Oh, on a delayed penalty. That was going to be a goal scored by Miles Halligan, I believe, Bart Archer.
Yeah,
watch this right here.
But nice job of really thwarting Schweitzer off. That's not an easy task right there. Maintain control, just got it out front for redirection. It was Miles Halligan. The junior defenseman joining the play and putting it past Limesand. We're knotted at 1, 13 seconds left, and that was a shorty, by the way, but 13 seconds left, and then they get Sweeney back with just 0.5 left in this first period. Been a dandy so far.
It's been a good hockey game. It was a great JV game that the Red Knights won by a score of 6-4. Oh. Here we are now in the first period. Zach Hayes flew off the ice like he was feeling good.
Well, he played pretty well. He's got every reason to have his chest puffed out a little bit, but it doesn't come to just one person. It was the Hopkins Royals as a team. They defended actually quite well, but the important part is they got in front of the shots. They defended the middle of the ice. That's what they're going to have to do against this Red Knights, but the Red Knights are pretty good at working the periphery too, so Hopkins got some work to do, but I think coming into the locker room, they feel pretty good about the situation they're in right now. Red Knights really played quite well.
Once again, don't forget tonight's coverage is presented in part by Diana L. Brass from Merrill Lynch Bank of America Corporation. You can get a hold of her at Diana_Brass at ML.com. Don't forget our goal at Merrill Lynch is to help you pursue yours. It's that simple. At Merrill Lynch will help you get ready for the future of the financial strategy that's just for you. We'll lock it down here. Come back for the start of the second period. We've got a good one here from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. And here we go. We get started here for you. As it's the Red Knights now moving from right to left across your computer screen. Just had some great chats with some of my good old friends. I was talking to Tom Martin, Chris Johnson. On the ice comes Sweeney back in the fray. Look to play that one through, as that one's going to be sent to the right wing side. Collision made there. Sweeney off the bench. On the backhand, he's a house of fire. Play this one up to the line. Wrister, traffic line, and scores! Mitch Kaplan. The Royals take a 2-1 lead on a terrific shift.
Well, I think that was actually Jack Stussy, P. Wagner, that finished that one off. But it was Sweeney that came out of the box and just turned the play back up the ice, and it was Benil trying to catch up with him. He went wide, tried to put a shot on, but it was a nice save by Limesand. But then the follow-up, it was just a nice redirect by Stussy, his second goal of the season. And now Hopkins Royals have a 2-1 advantage early in the second period. They weathered the storm, actually a +1 on that major man disadvantage, but they came out
with
a
shorty,
yeah,
right? And then they come back with that one. How often do you see when teams have opportunities to make something happen on a 5-on-3 or a major penalty like that? And knowing the competitor that Sweeney is, he has new life.
Yeah.
That they're no worse for wear after that, because I know he would like to have that check back. Anybody would.
Absolutely.
Now across the line, the Red Knights with, oh, in front it goes. They try to go off the back door. That was Marshall. Red Knights and Hornets are going to do battle coming up on Thursday night. Hayes sees that one through traffic. That from Braemar Arena right here on the MNHockey.tv. A walk to the top of the circle. Look out. They'll load that one up. Marshall put on the brake. That's one right there, Bart Archer, where I think you kind of want to keep the feet moving and let her rip.
I agree.
Drop pass to the near side. There's a shot by Warner that misses the mark. Ooh, they got a man up front. That's Gozic. He already has one assist and he can fly. Gozic pulls it in front. Oh, he got a man in front. The puck's loose. Backhand save. Oh, what a save by Limesand. Parker Johnson with a golden opportunity there.
The net came off the moorings, but really good pressure by Hopkins. 1, 2, 3 chances, but Limesand stood tall on that one. But Hopkins has some energy. After that goal, they seem to have a little bit more spring in their step. But Pete, to dovetail off the Sweeney part of it, if you're on a major man advantage, the expectation is to score a goal. If you don't score a goal, you get a little bit let down. But if you can kill that penalty off, it lifts the whole bench, and you can see the residual value of that. Everybody's kind of coming out with some energy and putting some heat on Carson Limesand, the sophomore goaltender for this Red Knight squad. I like what I see out of the Royals.
Hello to Matt Harrington, who's running our social on @MNHockeyTV. Be sure to follow us. He got us from 0 to 60 in about a half a minute as far as the follows are concerned. Please follow us on that. We got so many great games this year, top 10 teams all over the place. This is a great game here, intersectional battle between these two teams. Back up front it goes. Gay will chase down Hadley. Back in behind the net. Chuck, it was Hadley with it as he was bothered on the play in front, poked away. Rebound, puck's loose. Oh, in front, Hadley swats that away. That off the stick of Sarsland. No ice on the play. He's going to be hounded by Kaplan up off the glass. Hadley gets a stick on that one. Kaplan will touch up and go back after it. Gets a little bit of help with Bragg. Back in behind the net, Sarsland goes D to D. Chip this one to center. Hadley comes away with it as he's bothered on the play. Plays it to the near boards. That's going to be guided by Sarsland up to the line. Big shot taken there and a nice glove save. Gay with that opportunity.
Yeah, it was Cooper Gay. Just got the puck in one fell swoop. Sent a good shot on goal, about 1.5 feet off the ice. But again, Zach Hayes has done a great job of tracking the puck. He didn't have too much interference in front of him on that one, but he's done a terrific job of tracking the puck through traffic. He's made a couple really notable saves so far early in this game. 14-13 left in the second period. Hopkins up by 1.
Tell a friend, check this thing out. This thing's got some teeth to it. Here's Sweeney across the line. Rink wide, nifty pass to James, back into the corner to Stussy, who has the go-ahead goal for the Royals. There's a wrist shot from Slattery, deflected wide of the mark. Stussy back behind for Sweeney. Sweeney positions, looks for Stussy off the side of the net. That's going to be cut off and played by Messenberg to center. James will be forced to reach, brings his man down. There's an opportunity in front. They shoot. Oh! That hit the post clean. My ears are ringing. Back in behind the net. Mortensen with it as they look out front. Nope, turn back behind the net. Messenberg there. Now it's played back to the corner. They look for a man out front. And it's going to be played away. Oh, penalty coming up. That's Rainier went down. Look at this replay, Bart. It looks like he kind of went down on his own here.
Well, I think
Check
he just
this
got
out.
caught up in the skates of Blake Messenberg on that one. I don't think it was an intentional deal. It didn't look like he went out of his way to trip anybody, but again, maybe he did.
Yeah.
A little
hey,
subtlety
buddy,
on that one.
the replay doesn't lie.
Right, but Messenberg going to spend a couple minutes in the box, giving the Hopkins Royals a chance on the power play. Their first blush on the power play face-off to Limestand's right.
Face-off win. Back to the near side for Slattery. Wrister that hits a man on the way in. That had some juice on it off Callahan. They look to the corner. Foley was there. He tried to play it through. He's bumped as he tried to clear the puck. Hayes is going to have to come over to his left. Pulling up shop up high is the Red Knights on the PK with Charlie Warner. They're going to give a freebie to the Royals out of the zone. Haberman now in front of the bench area. He's jammed hard by Warner. Turnover back at center. Look out, here comes Johnson. Shot and a save. That was Barr rather. Oh, that one misses the mark. And now it's going to be gathered in by Parker Johnson. He slashed on the play, and a penalty coming up. You'll see the stick knocked right out of his hands. We got a 5-on-3 now for the Royals. To the box goes Barr.
Yeah, I think Barr, just a little frustration on that one. Just got a little aggressive with the stick. I think they're going to call that one a slash. But now 5-on-3, it's going to be a slashing penalty. But again, a nice subtle play by Jack Slattery just to interrupt Barr. Barr was going to go in all alone. He just gave him a little tug in the sweater. Referees didn't call anything. It just interrupted his stride enough, but I think a little frustration on Barr's part took that penalty. 5-on-3, great opportunity for the Hopkins Royals. 1:14 left in the penalty to Mortensen. I misspoke. It wasn't Messenberg. It was Mortensen on the initial penalty, and now Barr subsequently with a second penalty. So a great opportunity for the Royals. I think Limestand's going to have to come up big.
He will have to come up big. As it's going to be the Royals now up to Sweeney manning the right point. He's going to get it back, top of the right circle. They're going to compress this one down. Snapper off the post. J.J. Martin rings it. Back into the corner, give and go. Ooh, nearly pulling the trigger. They'll get that back up to Martin. Snapper man moving on the play. Puck's loose. Limestone had to make a good save there. They have two forwards up high. There's a snapper by Stussy. He gets it back, dumps this one down to the corner. Martin back over for Sweeney. Nice job to catch that pass. Wanted the short side. Back door, they score! No, they said that was in, and they blow the whistle. He was definitive on that one. Oh, my word.
Yeah, we're going to have to go to Toronto on that one.
Well, we're going to go right here to the MNHockey.tv.
I don't know if we're going to be able to see it on this one, but just a very shallow angle. I think he tried to bank it in off Limestone, but the puck straddled the goal line is what the referee saw. Pretty good proximity by the Zebra in that one, so made a definitive call. Faceoff's going to be to the right. Just 34 seconds left in the 5-on-3 advantage, but Hopkins is getting
Gozic
down low.
was working the no doubt about it.
But I think what Hopkins has to do is they have to be a little bit more anticipatory as far as the pass coming to them, getting ready to shoot. They're getting the pass, then they're setting up. What they're allowing Limestone to do is get over and square up to the shooter so they can be a little bit more efficient and get the goalie before he sets or get him before the defense can find their positioning. They might have a little greater chance for success, but good puck movement. They're getting the shots. They just have to be a little bit more efficient.
So right now, Dave Bakken wants a explanation. Both of them definitively said no.
Well, he was in good proximity, too, so it wasn't just a best guess. It was actually pretty legit, but we play on.
All-important face-off win. Sweeney now loads it up. Glove save line. Sand as he looks that one right into the glove.
Well, they have J.J. Martin at one point, but they also have Sweeney on the other. Sweeney, that long drink of water with a lot of offensive talent, knew where he wanted to go on that one. I think Limestone kind of gave him that opportunity, but then closed the door quite quickly.
Gozic again off the face-off. He won the last draw. They've got 27-5. Oh, another clean one. Sweeney comes away with it, top of the right point. Back over for Martin. Sweeney can shoot it. Scores! Oh, a bullet from Henry Sweeney on the power play, and it's 3-1. Here's Sweeney with it. He's just going to take advantage of that as they collapsed in the box. Gives it over to J.J. Martin. That just gave him a chance to go for a skate. And you let a sniper like that shoot, he's going to score every time.
Well, the nice part about it is he walked it in until he kind of changed the angle a little bit, and it looks like Limestone a little deep in his crease, gave him some room to look, and Sweeney made no mistake about it. Now it's 3-1. Royals, 18 seconds left on the penalty to Mortensen, so they still have a 5-on-4, so they still have some work to do. Up by 2 now. Power play goal is Shorty and an even strength. They've checked all the boxes.
Sweeney wanted that puck through the neutral zone. They tried to force it through, didn't get there. Nice play by the defense as that's sent back in. That was Yakish on the play. Up the wall it goes, Martin. Now Sweeney with it. Sweeney walks to the right wing side and on goal. Fought off the check there. Nice job on the check by Sarsland, the freshman on the senior. Goodness. Now it's going to be Sweeney out front. Ooh, they had Stussy. The shot up high off the glass. That by Martin.
That didn't miss by much.
That might have caught a piece of lime sand on its way in. 10:47 to go. It's 3-1 Royals. James shot misses, their Slattery shot rather misses the mark. 16 to go in the man advantage. Stussy behind for Sweeney out of the corner. Sweeney walks up the right side. Nice little pass for Slattery. Back down for Sweeney. Tried to force that one through. Caught and played off the boards. Nifty play there by the defense. Well done by the Red Knights on that portion of the PK.
Well, Slattery took a couple shots when he had J.J. Martin all alone on the other side. Might have behooved him to actually get it over to that area and made the defense shift, but he just shot it into traffic. But they're getting opportunities. Now we're back to 5-on-5.
3-1 on the scoreboard with 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the second period here from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Martin back in behind the net. Off a stick back up to the line it goes. Martin pokes that one away. On that one is Messenberg.
Oh.
And they'll hold that one at the line. There's a shot. They score! Oh, off the turnover, Bart Archer. The Red Knights capitalize. It's now 3-2.
Well, now it was Messenberg that scored that one. The junior forward just beat the goalie Zach Hayes, blocker side. There might have been a point of contention on the Hopkins Royals. That puck looked like it danced outside the zone, but he called it good, and they played on. And subsequently a goal for Benilde St. Margaret's. Good to get some energy back in the Red Knight bench. Now it's a one-goal contest, just under 10 minutes to go in the second period.
Yeah, Dave Bakken saying, how was that not offside?
Yeah, again, I understand the frustration of the coaches. You can't turn back the hands of time, so to speak, so it's time to just muck it up and play on, but they still have a one-goal advantage. But Benilde St. Margaret seems to have a little reward for a lot of the energy that they put forth, so they're going to keep coming, but it's up to Hopkins to answer back and withstand. Hopkins was doing a great job of keeping the puck down low, but Benilde St. Margaret's, with their offensive skill, don't need a whole lot of time and space, and they made the most of what they were afforded.
Now the score reads 3-2. Wow, what a period of hockey this has been, huh?
It's been a good game so far.
Marshall up the right wing side. Otterman checked on that play. So Messenberg, the goal scorer. Back up at center. It's going to be handled now by Marshall. Barr picks up the assist on that one. 7:13 the time of the goal. And that one's going to be up and out of play.
And that faceoff should be down in the Hopkins zone to Zach Hayes' right. But just to relieve a little pressure, got a chance to get some tired legs off there and get some fresh legs on for the Royals. But look at the Red Knights just right to the dot. And Red Knights had a 10-4 advantage in the faceoff dot in the first period, but Hopkins has slowly chipped away at it. Now it's up to the Red Knights to get back to winning some faceoffs.
From the point, the puck will be played back in.
Well, that was a good hold.
They'll walk short side. That's off the glass. And now it's going to be Jackson James with it. Ooh, look out. Back behind the net it goes. Halligan. Oh, nice job with the mitt there. Oh, and a glove save and a beauty. What a chance there.
And I think that was Adam Marshall that wound up just from the right dot. Really put some mustard on that one. But Hayes, nice side to side, and we're going to get a look at that one, I believe. I thought he closed his hand on the puck a little bit longer than I'd have been comfortable with, but they play on. But a nice feed right in the right area. Good shot, short side. But Hayes with that quick glove held onto it, face off to his right. 8:40 left in the second period, 3-2. Hopkins holding onto an advantage, but Benilde starting to press.
Sweeney tossed along with Messenberg. We'll wind it back up with two new combatants in the squared circle. Walking down is Callahan. Hadley was there with the body. That's off a skate. This is Sweeney from the right wing side. Henry Sweeney has a man in front. Oh, a bullet. Nice save there. Limesand was going right to left. He went against the grain. Sweeney wanted it back, but a nice play, smart play by Halligan to get it deep. There's lots of traffic there. And now it's going to be the Red Knights back out of the zone on it with Jane. Check that with Bisson, who plays that ahead. Hadley off the end boards. Messenberg. Sweeney again. Now he finds his man on the move. Nice play to keep that alive. Sweeney, ooh, he tried to find Hadley. Or Halligan, rather. And now it's going to be the Red Knights. This thing's getting squirrely wide open here. This is Montreal Canadiens and Toronto Maple Leafs circa 73.
I was going to say Edmonton, Calgary, but I like your example as well.
We're the Forum.
Fair enough. But I really
like
the
Maple Leaf Garden.
I love the positioning of this Hopkins team. They always seem to know where their line mates are going to be. Did a good job of controlling the puck when being contested. So Hopkins doing a lot of really good things right now. But it just seems like they're starting to get some traction offensively.
Back in behind the net, 2-on-2 battle. Red Knights to the line. Snapper traffic. There's that glove of Hayes again. Couldn't keep it. It was 1-0 Red Knights, and we're tied at 1 late with a big goal scored there. After a 5-minute major, the Royals kill it off. That was a shorty. Then they scored 2 straight. Power play tally and an equal strength tally for a 3-1 lead. Now here are the Red Knights looking to tie it off the post. It hit Hayes, then the post. Oh, he scores! They say that went in. That is going to create all sorts of trouble on the Hopkins bench.
Yeah, and obviously the coaches of Hopkins want some qualifications. They're calling over the referee that didn't make the call, but he was in good position, Pete. I mean, if there's one thing to be fair about, the referee had good proximity on that, but if it caught the back crossbar and came out quickly, he made the right call, but it's 3-3, 7:07 left in the second period. Hopkins not comfortable with it, but again, the Red Knights are showing, again, some life and some energy. And this is the beast that this Hopkins Royal team is going to have to challenge. Not only what they have going on inside themselves, but they're going to have to contest with a very focused Red Knight squad. Red Knights have scored 2 back-to-back goals. Now it's up to Hopkins to respond.
So now Dave Hopkins going. Yeah.
Well, he has every right. But I just appreciate the fact the referee is giving him his chance to either vent or to hear his side of the story. It's not going to change anything, but again, sometimes you just want to be heard, and it might lay some groundwork down the way, but there's 2 points of contention on the last 2 goals for Benilde, so Hopkins might feel a little bit kicked in the shin.
They're saying an offside. I think that hit the back post,
right,
like midway up, and then off the post. It had some English.
Yep.
but the whole Red Knight, the coaching staff pointed that was in.
Yep. But again, you have to kind of move past these things. Obviously, you don't want to dwell on the negatives. You just want to get back to doing what Hopkins was doing before.
Here they go across the line. These are the types of games that you can seize control of if you're the Red Knights and cede control if you're the Royals, or you cannot make excuses and keep moving your feet and doing the things you did.
Keep the rubber on the road and keep working.
Absolutely. Back behind the net, wraparound attempt. Hayes is there. Lost the sight of it. Quick shot, saved by Hayes. And a bid there by Marshall.
Right. Marshall's had a couple of pretty good opportunities. I think he feels a little bit snake bitten, but he got a pretty good shot on, but went for the crest of the Hopkins Royal uniform. And Hayes received that puck and held onto it. But there are plenty of Red Knights down to support in case there's a second chance opportunity. But Hayes has really done a good job of keeping his team in this game in the trying moments, and that's what you want from your goaltender.
Well, the term I got from Matt Harrington just texted me. Watching on from Peoria, Illinois.
Oh, wow.
Home of Bradley University. Ooh, that nearly looked like the stick was going to break in 2 for Sarsland, as that was well wide of the mark. He's going to regroup. Of course, the grandson of coaching legend and now Minnesota Hockey Coaches Association Hall of Famer Tony Sarsland. Back in behind the net it goes.
Boy, he was an emotional coach.
The Elks of Elk River.
Right.
We couldn't really use the ice mics with Grandpa Tony in the house.
No.
No, he kept it clean, I think.
Well,
now it's going to be Bassan with it.
You always want to make sure you gave 110% effort because you didn't want to go back to the bench if Coach Sarsland was angry with you.
Red Knights have seized momentum now. This thing's been nuts, according to our guy Matt Harrington. I'm sure the viewers that have been in and out of this game wouldn't disagree with that sentiment. Now it's the Royals looking to gain the line, poked off Halligan's stick, and it's going to be Hadley to regroup in his own zone.
Boy, nice back check by Massenberg on that to turn the play away.
Hadley looks up the ice. There's a stick at center. Controlled now by the Red Knights. It's going to be Schweitzer with it. Tried to hop the check of Parker Johnson. Now back in behind the net. Hadley guides it along. He goes down in a heap as he was jammed on the play. Nifty job there by Messenberg. 5:13 to go in the period. Here's Messenberg looking back up toward the middle. It's going to be played back into the corner. Now controlled by the Red Knights. Messenberg with it. Check thrown there. And now the Royals. It'll be Gozic.
Oh.
He's brought down on the play. Look out, the power play has been sturdy here for Hopkins. They have an opportunity here.
Well, Hopkins did a pretty good job of keeping Benilde St. Margaret's at bay, but I think it's going to be Messenberg that's going to take the tripping penalty, putting this Royal team back on the power play. This is really what the Royals needed after what has transpired in the last 5 minutes. They just need something positive, get a chance to get back to what they were doing before, possessing the puck, and they've had a pretty formidable power play to this point, but the challenge now is on Benilde St. Margaret's, just under 5 minutes to go in a tie game. Now they're a man down, face-off to line stands right. Face-off's going to be very important.
Sweeney to take the draw. He goes in against Warner.
It's a good win.
It is a good win. Glass and out it goes. 4:49 to go in the period. Cleared to the line, but not out. Warner, who he's going to have a chance down low. Shot and a save. Whoa, my word. Watch this one off the glass. You'll see this clearing attempt. This one by Hayes. Clips the boards right onto Warner's stick, Bart.
Right, and watch the skies clear right there. Everybody sags in a little bit. He just skates to the opening, gets to the right hash, and fires one right into the crest of the jersey again. If he would have looked maybe weak side, it might have been a nice little redirect, but he got a good shot on goal, and that's what you want, especially a man down. Make the goaltender make a play.
The skies cleared just like after a severe thunderstorm here in the Twin Cities, Bart Archer. Nice. Slattery with it. Pokes it across the line. He was looking for his man, Stussy. And instead, it's cleared down the ice by Foley. Hayes sets it up. Nobody wanted it except a Red Knight player. Wedged by J.J. Martin. He gets away from one man. Sweeney now looks rink wide. Stussy couldn't handle. And it's going to be sent back through the neutral zone. Halligan, Royals cannot get a handle on the puck. It's almost like they want to get rid of it too fast. Second guessing.
Well, Bisson's done a great job at taking the proper angles and really forcing them into areas that they don't want to be in. So really good penalty kill so far.
Now on the stick of Callahan, sent right back in. Sarsland will work it deep on the forecheck. Halligan comes away with it to Stussy. He'll run up the left wing rail. It's poked in front of the bench area by Schweitzer. Now Sweeney comes away with it. Sweeney leaves that one back behind. Slattery. Can he get it back? Slattery again. Sweeney, nice job there to play this deep. And here comes Haberman to the corner. He comes together with Callahan back in behind the net. They'll try to fish this one off the end boards. Poke back off the far boards. Red Knights will find an opening and send it the length of the ice. Ooh. Never like turning the stick that way. You'll hear me say that every broadcast, and you see why.
Yeah,
it rolled right off the...
Schweitzer did a really, I didn't mean to jump on your call, but Schweitzer did a nice job of managing through three people, clearing the puck down the zone. That's what leaders do.
Back into the neutral zone, full strength. Turning back up ice is Johnson with some speed. He stopped nifty play there by Messenberg to center ice. 2-on-1. Opening up, they're going to look to send some sauce. Out front they go. That misses the mark. Net is off its post. Hayes brings it back on. Back up to the line. There's a shot by Foley in on goal. That's held on to by the goaltender.
Well, Miles Halligan did a really nice job defensively for the Royals. It was a 2-on-1, and he took the proper position, took the pass away, forced him to the outside, and by then it was too late on the redirect out front. So really nice job by the Royals defenseman. playing it the right way and really forcing Benilde into a trying moment, and they weathered that battle. 2:34 left in the second period. We're not at a 3.
Great hockey game here from the rec center. There are a couple of chirps on my Twitter feed about Hopkins not looking forward to this game. How wrong could he have been? Oof. Back in behind the net. Goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover. Red Knights with it to the left wing side. Here they come, back up ice. Barr with it, loads it up in the glove. Held onto by Hayes.
And Jackson James, the defenseman for the Royals. I mean, Barr has good speed. He can put the puck in the net. He's a good finisher for this team, and he's going to be looked to be doing that. But he did a really nice job of accelerating Barr. And Barr shot a little earlier than he wanted, but an outstretched body from Jackson James really kind of limited that scoring opportunity. And Hayes made another good save. 2:12 left in the second period. Face off to Hayes' right.
Gay the face-off win. It's Schweitzer. He's dangerous. A howitzer stick save by Hayes. Nice job by the sophomore to turn that one into the corner. Royals up ice. That's Haberman with it. He had Gozic on the right wing side. Gozic absorbs a check thrown to him by Barr to the line, but not out. Schweitzer quickly over to the right side. Nice job for Callahan. They'll ankle this through center for Gay. Watched by Hadley. Gets through some wickets. Now it's Haberman. Touch pass. Look out. Near hospital pass there for Gozic. Firm pick off in the neutral zone. Haberman now. Oh, penalty coming up.
Boy, those inadvertent sticks are killing the Red Knights. They're going to send another one to the box. 1 minute and 30 seconds. I mean, the good part about it, if you're Coach Ken Pauley, is you can put your primaries on perhaps for the full duration and then start the second period, assuming a goal isn't scored, with your ones as well. So breaking up the penalty is not the worst thing in the world. Not a good time to take a penalty, but it was more incidental. But Hopkins gets a golden opportunity to take the lead going into the locker room, or at least establishing a bit more puck possession, getting back to what they were having success with earlier in this game.
It's all about the face-off wins, and the Royals were getting those. I think it was Gozic that was taking those draws. Now they got Sweeney, who gets it. Back up to the right side now. It's going to be handled by Martin as he plays it down the right boards for Rainier. Up off the glass. This is going to be a foot race, possible 2-on-1 for the Red Knights. They got a man open in front. Nice job by Hayes to thwart that with the goal stick. Rainier. Now Sweeney gains the zone. Sweeney to the corner. Kind of reminds me a little bit. We'll get there in a second. Back the other way they go. To the backhand. Scores! Oh, a rolling puck hits the 5-hole. And the Red Knights come up with a big shorty as they take the 4-3 lead.
Well, it was the Royals that failed to hold the puck in the zone, and it was Mortensen that came out of the zone with speed. And just a little dribbler found the 5-hole on that one. I think the fact that he may have pinned on that might have messed up Zach Hayes, the goaltender, but it had eyes. It found the back of the net. Still 1:27 left in the penalty to Cooper Gay. So Hopkins still has some time to make some damage, but what a big goal that was for the Red Knights. You can see them, everybody standing on the bench showing good energy on that. A lot of positives out of a shorty.
Boy, that was the Red Knights turning a negative into a positive there, especially the start of this period. Not looking good for them, down 3-1. Royals feeling good about their game, and they've slowly scored three unanswered throughout the rest of the period now. 34 to go in the second here. 1:02 to go in the power play. Back up ice come the Royals. It's Gozic, gets away from one man. It's in the neutral zone. Bischel. Now it's going to be Gozic to the corner. Watched by Foley. Loses possession. James pinches down the wall. They got a man open in front. That's Haberman. Ooh, he couldn't get it there. Nice play defensively by Warner. And uh-oh, here they go. 10 seconds to go in the period. James rides his man. Penalty coming up. He's going to get a hook.
He got his money's worth.
He sure did. Rode the bull.
Yeah, that was Jackson James. Not only did he hook him a little bit, but he grabbed the jersey and went along for the ride. Referee right in the proper
like
proximity.
Those NFL D-backs.
Yeah. A little hand fighting going on, but it was only Jackson James, but they did flag him for that one, so it's going to be 4-on-4 for 2.5. Face-up in the Royal zone. Very important face-up for both teams. If Benilde can win this and get a good shot on goal, or if Hopkins can just win it, bury some time, get out of this with just being down by a goal. But we're going to start 4-on-4 next period, so there's going to be a lot of open space.
Carter Limesand to the bench. So they're going to go 5-on-5 as opposed to 5-on-4 with 2.5. We'll see if Sweeney collapses, and they toss them both. So Sweeney goes, and Messenberg goes. In comes Stussy, and in comes, look out, there's a shot that's just wide of the mark. That might have made it in time. Big face-off win turned in there. Was that Jonah Mortensen?
I think it was, but 2.5 can be a long period of time when a face-off's in your own zone, but they weathered that storm. We're 4-3. Benilde with a 1-goal advantage. Had to come back and score 3 unanswered goals. But again, 31 seconds left on the penalty to Halligan, and then we got 1:58 left in the penalty to Hopkins. Sorry, struggled with that a little bit. So it's going to be 4-4. Plenty of open ice, but I look for a lot of energy coming out of this third period.
It should be a good one. Stay with us. Tell a friend. Get them online here at the mnhockey.tv. Follow us at mnhockey.tv as well on Twitter. More coming up right after this. Here we go, getting ready to start the third period of a great hockey game here from the St. Louis Park Rec Center, featuring the Red Knights of Benilde St. Margaret's and the Royals of Hopkins, right here on mnhockey.tv. And of course, CatholicSportsNetwork.org. Be sure to check out our full schedule on the mnhockey.tv. It's massive. Saturday, we're cloning ourselves. We're going to be everywhere on Saturday. We'll be right here with the, are you doing that game with me Saturday?
I don't know. I know I'm on for Thursday, but I have to look forward.
Hanging me out to dry.
Well,
you don't want to, the Thunderhawks love you. Grand Rapids, big fans of Bart
I love
Archer.
the Thunderhawks as long as they don't have a D. Giuseppe on their roster, so I don't struggle with that.
Wow, who's the other one?
Oh, you can name it. We don't want to keep people here too long. But the important part of this is Cooper Gay is going to be in the penalty box for another 31 seconds for Benilde St. Margaret's. Then they're going to get an abbreviated penalty of about 1:27, as it's going to be Jackson James in the box for Hopkins. Right now we're going to start 4-on-4 for a while, but Benilde St. Margaret's holding on to a 1-goal advantage. But Hopkins looks poised and ready to get after it. Should be an exciting third period, P. Wagner.
That was Messenberg he said on the shorty. I don't know if you had that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it's Mortensen on the shorty.
He said Messenberg.
Okay. I'll trust
Per
Craig.
house.
I'll trust him. These eyes ain't getting any younger, but I will go with that. But again, it's been a good contest. Schweitzer, Callahan, Messenberg, and Mortensen, the goal scorers for Benilde St. Margaret's. And Henry Sweeney, Jack Stussy, and Miles Halligan, the goal scorers for the Hopkins Royals. We're getting ready for third period action.
Red Knights from left to right across your screen. Royals right to left. 1-goal hockey game into the third period here, 4-on-4. There's a shot. Ooh, that was a quick opportunity. Sweeney again. Oh, and that one hit a man on the way in. Now a shot from James thunders off the end boards. Stussy, 4-on-4 for 9 seconds. And then it'll be a power play for the Red Knights. Now they'll have it for 1 minute and 28. Back into the corner it goes. Callahan watched on the play by Slattery.
Boy, really good push out of the gate by Hopkins. I thought that open ice would give Benilde St. Margaret's an advantage, but it was Hopkins that came down and got a couple of really good point-blank looks. But now Benilde on the power play for another minute.
Right wing side for Callahan. Now it's going to be Schweitzer with it. Back over for Callahan. Pressure. They win the battle, though. Gossage gets a stick on it, but nice job by Bassan to protect that one. Gossage with the battle of strength. It's almost like the old school Roman knuckles.
He won that one.
Callahan, they play this one rink wide. Schweitzer off a pair of skates. Inside out it goes. Rister, blocker pad save, pushed wide of the mark. Callahan back up to the line. Now it's Schweitzer with it. Ooh, try to find his man, Messenberg. Here comes a loose puck, and Gossage races into this one. Gossage in on goal alone, shooting off the side of the net. Back in behind the net now. It's going to be Callahan with it. That was a shorty. That one away from the stick of Sweeney and onto the oncoming Schweitzer across the line. Poked off his stick, Sweeney. Nice pass to the near side for Stussy. Off the boards he goes. Stussy lets a shot go. Nice save by Limesand. Good read on that one as he is going far side. Penalty behind the play on Stussy. He's talking to the ref the whole way back. You might want to hurry and get some possession. They look in front. That one wide of the mark. And now there it goes, Stussy to the bin.
Well, those are the little things that drive a coach absolutely crazy. Stussy did a nice job of putting pressure on down low as far as that, but he took an extra liberty on it right in front of the referee, so I don't know what he's arguing about, but he's going to go to the box. He's in denial right now, but they did find him, so now it's going to be Benilde. What a great opportunity it is for them, but those are the kind of penalties, and Stussy's really put in a good effort tonight. It was just kind of a penalty I'm sure he'd like to have back, but what a great opportunity it is for Benilde. 14:41 left in this third period face-off to Zach Hayes' right. Timeout.
The Red Knights on the timeout. Key part for Ken Pauley's addition with 14:41 to go in the third period. He wants to talk things over and get things squared away.
Well, I think this is a very good call by the coach. I think, you don't have to wait till the last 3 minutes to call the proverbial timeout, but what he's doing right now is just getting everybody on the same page, because a 5-3 advantage is much better than a 4-3 advantage. It really would change the complexion of the game. So if they can at least put some heat on, put the Royals back on their heels and sustain some pressure, good things might come. But just wants to make sure everybody's refocused and on the same page. I think it's a very astute call by the coach. And it also gives Hopkins a chance to kind of go over their defensive schemes as far as how they're going to defend. And it's the Red Knights. They love to bring the puck up high and use their defensemen, so I'm sure that they're going to make the necessary adjustments. But Hopkins now has a challenge in front of him. But again, Stussy, a very driving force on this Royals team. It's up to his teammates to pick him up and get through this trying time.
Well, these are one of those moments where it becomes really a key part of this, right? I mean, it's really about.
Well, we've had a short-handed goal on each side, too. So, again, even though you're on the power play or you're a man down, if you get the opportunity, you have to take it. And so far, both teams have done that tonight. But I just think responsible, smart, intelligent play is going to be the main focus on this penalty kill for the Royals and the power play for the Red Knights. It's going to be exciting, I'll say that. But I think Hayes is going to have to come up with a couple pretty good saves on this power play to keep his team within one goal.
Find an opening and send it the length of the ice.
It's a good start.
Lime sand behind the net. Schweitzer. That's off the stick of a Royal player on the way out. Now it's going to be swatted at there by James, and the length of the ice it goes. Schweitzer again. Races up the left wing side. Slattery watches him. Back in front. Nice save by Hayes. Ooh, you could hear that one thunder.
Well, there's
almost like the drum part on Thunderstruck.
Two very intelligent hockey players working. You can tell that they have some chemistry going on, but it was a perfectly executed play. Good save by Hayes.
That one worked its way through. Might have been up off the stick of Hayes and off the glass. He's had a great game here tonight. Gathered in. Ooh, off the toe of the stick there of Kaplan. But
doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be effective.
Well, it got all the way down the ice, too. I mean, if it had been about the 3-minute mark left in the period, it probably would have stopped about the blue line. Hadley, like you said, got the job done. Callahan now walks along the goal line, stopped by the goaltender, Zach Hayes, once again. So 36 to go in the power play for the Red Knights, and Royals have done a nice job of keeping this one at bay so far here.
They've kept everything on the outside. Callahan did a really nice job working Hadley down in the foot area and still got the shot off, but Hayes closed the short side and held onto that puck. But you're right, Benilde's had good possession, but Hopkins doing a pretty good job of defending.
Oh, what a save, a big one there. Hayes went showtime.
That was against the grain, too.
That was
very impressive.
Beautiful. Absolutely. That's got pulled groin written all over it. Oh, my word. As if the ref.
Well, that's the ref that made the goal call, so now we're even.
Puck is played back through the neutral zone. Players that have stood out for you so far for the Red Knights, for me, obviously, Schweitzer, you can't miss him. I think Bassan has had himself a really good game.
Well, Adam Marshall being in the right spots at the right time. I think Messenberg's done a good thing. Callahan had a good showing. There's a lot of positives coming out of this Red Knight squad. Didn't really know terribly what to expect, but been very impressed.
Ian Barr equally good, and then now for the for the Royals, Gossage has looked really good for me. I mean, I think he's been rock solid. I've liked the play of Sweeney, of course. He's next level. Martin's been good back on the blue line as well. This guy right here, Stussy, sprung off the boards on the off wing in front. Oh, what a save! Rebound, puck's loose, and Limesand somehow gets the pads closed. Oh, what a play!
Well, that's got to give this Royals team a little bit of energy. They brought the puck down with purpose and focus, got down into the scoring area. We're going to look at it again. But again, a good save by Limesand, stretched out. That's when the puck got a little squirrely. But if you notice, it was Adam Marshall that interrupted the stride. Otherwise, he might have been able to put it up and over the pad. So Red Knights didn't quit on that play, but really good things by Hopkins Royals. They put a good effort moving the puck forward, getting it down into the scoring area, forcing Limesand to make a save.
It was waiting for Rainier. Now Gossage the face-off to the left side. for Johnson. Back in behind the net. Now it's Schweitzer with it. Here they come, the Red Knights with energy and numbers. There's a shot, stop, fought off by Hayes. To the end boards it goes. 11 minutes and 45 to go in period number 3. This has been the most entertaining affair. Couldn't think of a better boys hockey game from as far as competitiveness is concerned, and drama, twists, and turns, Bart, that we could have to open the season.
Everything you can ask for.
Top of the circle, that one misses the mark. Hayes, nice recovery, and a second shot in on Hayes. He covers and hangs on. Nice battle down low, won by the Hopkins goaltender.
Yeah, as impressed as we are with the skaters on this Royal squad, I think I'm equally impressed with Zach Hayes, just a sophomore, but playing like a grizzled veteran in goal. He's made a couple really challenging saves, and not only made the initial save, but held on to the loose puck and nary a second chance. So he's really risen to the occasion when his team needed him the most. And the goals that have beat him, obviously some of them were challenges. He'd like to have maybe one of them back, but he's really turned in a great performance so far.
Wrist shot, save, turned aside. Back in on goal. Hayes was there. Down goes Haberman off the side of the net. It's muddy down off the side of the cage. Slattery rings the boards. Boy, we twisted it up there. Finally got it out. Slattery again off the glass to center.
But see, Pete, you brought up about how Hopkins won that battle. They're winning individual battles. That's something that they can't really say the last couple of years. But when the puck gets in kind of a trying moment, Hopkins is coming away with the puck. So that's got to be encouraging for the coaching staff of this Royal squad.
Back up through center. We had a great JV game. That one was 6-4. This one here sits at 4-3 Red Knights in the third period.
Just under 11 minutes to go.
Back at center now. It's going to be the Red Knights to control. Messenberg was there. Body check thrown. Stussy off the end boards for Hadley. Pinching down was Mortensen. Big collision there, but the turnover 3-on-2 through center. Sweeney recognized, decided to hang on. He's going to carry this one deep. Oh, he tried to chip that one through the glove hand side. Couldn't quite get it there. Halligan goes down 2-on-1. Hadley defends. Instead, they'll take the shot with Hayes gobbling up the opportunity there.
And I think it was Bassan that came in, and he had Mortensen on the right wing, opted to take that shot. I think that was the right play. It was good defensive positioning by the Royal. But once again, it was Zach Hayes that made his body big and received that puck. Nary a second chance. He's done a great job of controlling all the shots and making sure there's no second chance follow-ups. Face off to his right. Exactly 10 minutes to go in this third period. Red Knights holding on to a one-goal game advantage.
Definitely a good read there, Bart Archer. In on goal again by Bassan, because when you got the big man like that, they can stretch it out and take that pass away.
Well, the important thing is you have to get a shot. You have to force them to make a play, and he did just that. If you have an avenue, obviously get it over to the weak side, get it to the winger who has better proximity coming in, but I think he made the right decision.
Off the draw, stopped by Hayes, puck back in behind the net. Fished off the boards. Bischel, nice job there. Hadley gets position and plays that one ahead. Ooh, they nearly had a man off to the races there, which would have been Mitch Kaplan. Hadley
work by Callahan on that one.
Pokes that one ahead. There's Callahan. Warner, stick save. In front they go. Hayes, nice pad save. Puck's loose to the line. There's a shot. Traffic. Hayes somehow gets recovered and makes the save. Absolutely standing on his head here in the third. Lower circle. That one misses the mark. This will carry him all the way back. No ice on the play, as it'll be Sarsland to regroup in his own zone.
And Hopkins with wholesale changes, getting some fresh legs out on the ice.
Sarsland nearly lost the handle there, and that forced him to lose the grip. And it's going to be picked up by Callahan across the line. Glove save. Looked right into it by Hayes.
Well, once again, Adam Marshall taking that shot from on top of the circle. The thing that I liked about that was Callahan, after he gave him that pass in stride, he went to the net. So if there was a second chance opportunity, he was there waiting in the wings, but another good save by Zach Hayes. If Zach Hayes has trouble with the rebound, he's had plenty of good support out there to clear the puck away or at least block the bodies out. So it's a good defensive effort as a group by this Royals team so far.
Indeed, it has been a good effort. Back in behind the net. Ooh, a little wraparound. Oh, he could have just tucked it home if he wanted to. That was gay. I think he was surprised it was even open after he let it go. Nice check by Haberman. Strong on the stick as Gozic to center. 3-on-2 if they hurry. deflects up off the leg of Seamus Foley and out of play.
Well, Foley did a nice job of getting his busy stick in front of it, but it was a good speed by Gossage. He had to get a shot, which he did, but again, nice play by Foley to ramp that one up and out of play. Faceoff's going to be to line stands. Left, 8:37 left in this first period. Offensive zone faceoff for the Royals. Great opportunity to put some pressure on this Red Knight squad.
Fans, don't forget, coming up Thursday night, we're going to be at Braemar Arena, 7 o'clock for these Red Knights and the Edina Hornets. The Hornets are 1-0-1 on the season. Bounding puck in on goal. This being the first game for the Red Knights of the season.
Maple Grove played very, very well against the Edina Hornets. Edina had some success against a very good Holy Family team in the opening of that tournament, but Maple Grove showed some wear, dragging them into overtime. And actually, I think they won the shootout, but it goes down as a tie on the Edina Hornets and the Maple Grove record.
There's Sweeney protecting the puck to the slot area. Tap to the left wing side. Up and into the bench area, I think it went, to whistle it down with 8:15 to go.
Well, Jack Slattery actually did some nice work. It was Jackson Bassan that actually corralled that puck moving up the half wall, and he just got in his way and interrupted his stride and kind of just limited his forward progress, which is a defenseman you want to do. And the forwards for the Royals are coming back to support, so you can take those chances and really stop that play before it starts. So nice job by the Royals once again.
Indeed, Bart Archer.
Indeed.
I've been throwing one of those at you all night long.
Made me smile.
I figured it was time.
I haven't said anything worthwhile yet. Finally did.
Oh, a nice chance to the low slot. In on goal. Oh, once again, there was Hayes to make the save.
Well, it was Messenberg that tried to work it into the hash marks, get a little bit better angle on that one, but it was the following pad, his left pad, just kind of a little bit lazy. If it weren't for that lazy pad, that puck would have been in the net, so another nice job by Hayes.
Be sure to check out our podcast. You can get them on iTunes. I've got a ton of them this year.
They're great, too.
Thank you very much,
Absolutely.
buddy. We're going to have a new Hawk Dish with myself and Tom Chorsky tomorrow. We'll have a couple of guests, maybe, if things work out. Goldie's podcast records next week. I'm going to be hooking up with Ken Pauley this week. And then, of course, your guy, Pat Griswold. Penalty coming up behind the play. Pat Griswold, of course, of the Academy of Holy Angels.
Wow, that's going to be Mortensen. Jonah Mortensen, the sophomore forward, going to go 2 minutes in the box. Didn't really see the infraction. I saw the consequence of it, but didn't see what precipitated or preceded it. But face-off now in the Benilde St. Margaret Red Knight zone. Hopkins has a great opportunity on the power play. It's going to be Sweeney on the draw, and I believe he's going to go against Charlie Warner, the junior forward.
You know, one thing, Bart, that we can say about this, and this is a very fair statement, the face-offs have been good to the Royals on the power play. They weren't on their last couple, and possession, see, so important.
Yep. Well,
right
plus,
there.
With the forward speed on Benilde, you have to still mind your defensive responsibilities.
Oh, my
Save
word.
of the game.
What a save right there. Oh, my goodness. I might have to take a replay on that one real quick as they battle off the boards. Look at this thing, Bart.
Well, he made some
stuff.
good ones earlier, but that's the save of the game right there. Watch this body command right there. Just stretch out as far as he could. Big save right there.
And he was right back up and at him. Loving this kid, Zach Hayes. Chance in front, stopped by Sweeney. Now it's going to be back the other way with Martin across the line.
Benilde.
6-on-4 now will be turned into a 5-on-3. Not a bad play if you're the Royals.
Well, it was Sweeney that actually had the puck, and he carried it into the board, so it's whatever happened then. I think it's going to be a trimming penalty. I'm not sure who it's to, but it looks like Warner's going to get that call. 5-on-3 for another minute and 13 seconds. What a great opportunity to not only tie this game if they can have that success early, but have a man advantage to maybe take a lead, but they have some work to do, but Benilde has a challenge in front of them, that's for sure.
One thing that is certain, so now this is the mix that worked with the 5-on-3. Gossage taking the draw with Sweeney up high along with Martin.
Yeah, and that's what Sweeney did before. He took the puck from the point position, worked it into the slot area, and beat him clean, so I'm sure they're looking to replicate that as best they can. But face-offs, as you said, Peter, very, very important, especially when you're talking special teams. But Hopkins got to win the face-offs to maintain possession, otherwise playing into the Red Knight hands. All they have to do is sneak it down. And they still have speed, and they have some skill out there. So even though you're up 5-on-3, you still have to mind your defensive responsibilities.
109 of 5-on-3. They go back up to Sweeney. Again, a face-off win. Now they have possession. The triangle's collapsed in. Same thing we saw before. Sweeney, the quick release. put his head down and said, can I have that one back?
Yeah, no mulligans in hockey, though, unfortunately, but they worked it the right way, and it was J.J. Martin that actually received the puck and drew the defenders in, allowed Sweeney to get into that shooting area. He walked in, but a good save by Limesand on that one.
Henry Sweeney, quite the player. Another win by Ghazi.
Going to do it again.
Now it's going to be Sweeney. Johnson with it. Or Martin, rather. Now Sweeney. No, didn't like the shot selection there. That rolled the stick down low off of Rainier.
That's a tough angle for a redirect.
Gazic for Sweeney. 40 of 5 on 3. Now it's going to be Martin. He can cut it with a knife. Very quiet here. Sweeney scores! And we're tied at 4. Goodness.
Boy, not a real complicated power play, but very, very effective. And all they want to do is get in the hands of Henry Sweeney, the senior forward. He's a finisher, at least tonight he is. That's the second goal of the contest on the power play. 34 seconds left in the penalty. Mortensen, so not only do they tie it, but they have a power play for another minute and 21. What a great opportunity for the Royals. But now it's up to the Red Knights to respond on this one. Again, 4 on 5. Red Knights have some work to do, but they're not. It's not unusual that they could actually get some offensive scoring chances. So the Royals still have some work to do, but the challenge is certainly in front of the Red Knights.
4-4 hockey game. The clock reads 6:23. You have 121 of 5 on 4 for Hopkins. I'm telling you, this has been quite the game. That one misses the mark. I don't think Sweeney saw it. He wins that battle and plays it to the near boards as it's going to be played by Stussy. I don't think he realized there was a man where he had time.
Yep.
And it's going to be sent back down the near boards. Slattery corrals this one off the end boards as he's going to look up ice. Slattery for Sweeney. Plays that ahead to the left side for Stussy, who chips that back into the corner. Sweeney to the bench. Out comes Gazic. 41 in the man advantage. Now it's going to be Martin with it. Plays it off the boards. It's going to be Martin again as he controls. He has Stussy toward the slot, but instead turned aside and chipped out of the zone by Schweitzer. 25 in the man advantage. It's going to be handled by Slattery as he plays it to the right wing side off the stick of Gazic. Nearly had new life there, but instead look out. Here they come across the line. It's Bischel in on goal. Holds it, shoots, holds, scores! Oh, he held it and held it and held it. And that's a shorthanded marker. Watch this goal here off the turnover at the line.
Well, he played the waiting game. This is Bischel coming in. Just waited for Hayes to commit and just outstretch. He just couldn't stretch his legs far enough. If he could stretch Armstrong, maybe, but just a good play by Charlie Bischel, the junior forward. Now it's back to 5 on 4. Still 11 seconds left in the penalty to Warner, so if they can win possession, get down in a hurry. But that's a big goal for the Red Knights. Gives them some energy. Just 5 minutes, 12 seconds left in this third period. Benilde now has a 1-goal lead after that shorty. That's their second shorty of the game. A rugby scrum.
Now it's going to be Haberman that spun off the puck and back the other way come the Red Knights. They're feeling it now, 5 on 5. We're under 5 minutes to go in the third. 4 minutes and 55 seconds. On the tape now for Johnson across the line. Back up into the neutral zone it goes. It's going to be Bischel. And all across the line, Warner. Wrist shot, glove hand save made. Now, right when you feel like the Red Knights are going to pull away, Hayes makes a nice firm save like that and then kind of keeps him in it, and we're tied.
And he looks very comfortable. That was a pretty difficult shot. And whenever you get the glove over your shoulder, that's always takes time to get up there, but he showed good moxie on that one, held out of that one, face up to the left. But
cool as a cucumber.
Indeed, cool as the other side of the proverbial
oh,
pillow.
That's
but
right.
4:39 left in this offensive zone face-off for Benilde. Royals better get some offensive zone time.
Back in behind the net they go with James. James chips the glass. It's going to be the Red Knights to center on the stick of Gay. He'll work it across the line, watched by Geertsen, or with Geertsen rather. Now Sweeney, he was nearly on a run up the ice. Now Stussy has it. Sweeney off his stick. Yakish plays that one rink wide. Schweitzer across the line, try to play it to an open sheet of ice to let the shot go. It's going to be Stussy ahead. Sweeney finds it, kicks it back into the zone as he'll go to the corner with Foley. Sweeney, nice job to get away from him. Still he's bumped, gets a little bit of help from Gay. 3 Red Knights to force possession. Nice work there. It's called support. Haberman will play it in as he'll change on the fly. Back out comes the second line again for the Royals. Messenberg had that big shorthanded goal in on net that was stopped by Hayes.
Boy, the advantage of a left-hand shot coming in on the right side. Worked around the angles, pulled a Grant Betsy on that one, then pulled it to a forehand.
Look at
and
you.
Tried to go short side, but again, another nice job by Hayes to cut off that area and really hold on to that face-up. There's right, just 3:26 left in this third period.
Messenberg duels in the circle with Gozic. Played back behind. Has Gozic lost a draw yet tonight?
Yeah.
I swear, one?
Yeah, he lost one in the offensive zone, but you can't hold that against him. He's been very successful. I think that's a key reason why they are just down by 1 goal in this is just possession. Face-offs, you know, I have some people that I play with that don't think they're that important. Well, if you don't have possession, you can't score. So Gozic has done a really good job in the dots.
There he is off the wall. Gozic looking to muscle his way past Callahan. Back in behind the net. He'll be ridden off the puck. Nice defensive play. Looked like Gozic was going to work his way to an opportunity there.
He's got a nice motor.
Messenberg is there. What we'd say is a nice high compete level.
I like it.
Grenier with it. Right wing side for Gozic. Played down by Stussy. No high stick there. Red Knights ring the boards. 2:27 to go. We're getting into watch the goaltender time here. And no icing on the play as it's going to be Hadley behind the net. Outlets to Sweeney from the left wing side, who's going to muscle this one into the zone. Tried to get an angle. Back in behind. Stussy was there, but that was cut off. Nifty job by the defense. Clear to the near side by Sarsland. Now it's going to be Schweitzer with it. Back right behind. Ooh, gave it to a Royal player. Ooh, they nearly knocked that in off Limesand. Now back up to the point it goes. James with a nice pinch. Now it's trickled toward the net by Sweeney. This would be timeout time. I'd rest these ones, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it'd be a good time for the Hopkins coaching staff to really just give them a chance to reset. But the 151 under 2 minutes.
And of course they do.
Indeed, a good call on that one. But it was Stussy that, you know, goal scorers or finishers can see things other players can't. Tried to go short side on Limesand, but kind of an ugly moment for the Benilde goaltender, but he held on to that puck, living to fight another battle. But Hopkins, a very opportune time to take a timeout, rest the kids, get refocused, and get a plan of action. But on the other side of the coin, Benilde can rest theirs as well. So I think it's a mutual beneficial timeout, but good timing by the Hopkins coaching staff.
So now the Red Knights are going to talk about this face-off coming up in their zone. And there are 9 goals in this game, and we had 10 in the JV game, a 6-4 and 5-4 game. It's been plenty of goals here tonight, Bart. It's been awesome.
Well, indeed it has, and I've been very pleasantly surprised with Hopkins. I didn't have too many preconceived notions about Hopkins coming in. I just figured that they're going to be a little bit challenged to score goals and giving up a lot of shots, but so far they played a very responsible game. In each and every period. Obviously, through the ebbs and flows of the game, you're going to have your letdowns. It's how you respond to those getting scored upon. Their body language is still solid. They went back to business, got after it a little bit, actually fought back, battled back, and tied this game up. But it was just a great effort by this Benilde team to take a lead on that shorthanded goal by Charlie Bishel, and that's where we stand right now. Just under 2 minutes to go in the third period. It's going to be an exciting 151. But one thing I want Hopkins to do, instead of just chipping the puck up and out, they've been very successful holding onto the puck, pushing it forward. And I've been very impressed with Henry Sweeney, number 7 in the blue. Whenever the puck is in his area, he pushes it forward. The puck generally doesn't go the other direction until he says it does. Very, as you said, level of compete, but he also has the skills and the wherewithal to really put the Red Knights back on their heels. He's really made the Red Knight defensemen work tonight. Goaltender's out at 1:51 to go in a 1-goal game. Pretty gutsy.
Patrick Waugh changed the way the game's been done that way. There's the win. Sweeney gets it to Stussy off the boards for Gozic. Gozic fights this one to the corner. Now Sweeney again. Ooh, that's too far for Stussy. He's in a foot race. Warnard is on him. Stussy wins the battle, clears it to the near board. Somebody better get in and play goal. Ooh, they got lucky there. They missed the mark. Ooh, they're just throwing it around now. Royals got a break. To center ice it goes. Now it's going to be Gozic across the line. Easier said than done getting those pucks on the empty nets, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, it looks so easy, but it's not. Looks like a communication there. Sweeney and Martin kind of let that go and icing the call.
Well, you pull the goalie with ample time remaining. Sometimes you kind of you roll the dice a little bit. It got to be an owly moment, but you can see how much this Hopkins Royal team wants to win. In front of a big slap shot, I think it was Stussy that got down in front of that one. That takes some guts to do, but good offensive zone faceoff. But Benilde wins the draw.
They do. That was a 50-50 puck too. Stussy was there. Now it's going to be Slattery to the corner. Plays the body, gets some help from Gozic. Oh, up to the line it goes. There's a shot. Ooh, that's off the skates, and Martin played a little tendy there. Still, see again, can't get the good shot on goal. Back behind the net it goes, 47 to go. Now it's going to be handled. Oh, to the line. There's a quick bomb that misses the mark. I'm telling you. Haberman now, back to center. That's going to be a delayed offside, back up through center. That's Haberman who looked to play that one through, and this one rattles in wide of the mark. Plenty of time, 29.4 to reset things here.
Well,
neither team has a timeout either.
Right. Well, Hopkins got a little excited in their zone. If your goaltender's pulling the pucks in your zone, you can't just send it up the wall without it knowing where the puck is going. If you're going to do it, send it hard. Better to take a face-off in your own zone than to try to defend an open net with the other team having possession. But great opportunity for Hopkins. A very important face-off for both teams.
They've got Gozic now. I'd go Gozic to the draw there and put Sweeney for the big shot.
Absolutely.
Off the glass, but it's easy to second guess here.
Right.
Sweeney now, Gozic shot. Ooh, that hit traffic on its way in. Stussy comes together with Callahan. Now Slattery was there. There's a wrist shot that's deflected. That hits traffic, 10 to go. To the line and underneath the stick of Gozic. Will it have enough juice? It does for an icing call.
Oh, boy.
4.1.
Oh, I think no.
He's looking for a second. He said 5.1.
I was looking at the clock. It went from 4.3 to 4.1. I appreciate his vigor, but again,
they are going to put an extra second on the clock.
Are they really?
Yep.
Well, I don't see too many coaches win that battle, so if I ever get in trouble, I'm going to hire him as my.
Red Knights don't know what's happening right now. The Red Knight bench just does not know. They're still talking it over.
Well, that extra second can mean a whole bunch, but it all comes down to winning this face-off. And again, I like the idea that you had to put Gasic in there for the face-off and let Sweeney be the shooter. He's had the hot hand, but again, these coaches.
He cut it in half, 4.6.
Well, that's a little bit more of an equitable compromise, so to speak, because there
Ken
was
Pauly,
an extra couple ticks.
Ken Pauly said, "Yeah, get out of here. You're fine." Oh, good. So good. Face off, nice
there
collapse there. That's going to do it. The Red Knights are going to hang on as they go on to win by a score of 5-4. What a great hockey game here between these two teams. Boy, I'd like to see them play in the section playoffs.
Well, and that could very easily happen, but if you're Coach Ken Pauly, you have to feel good about the way your team played tonight. First blush in this regular season moving forward. I think they had a pretty good showing. If you're the coaching staff of this Hopkins Royals, you have to feel exceptionally good about the way your team competed tonight. After scoring one goal in the previous two games and giving up 4 and 5, they really had a good showing tonight. I think everybody now knows how good Zach Hayes can be, and all the roster on this team came to compete. So Hopkins Royals should hold their head very high and be very proud of the effort they gave tonight. Obviously, the results isn't what they wanted, but they really made the Red Knight work for it in a very hostile environment. But it was a terrific game to kick off the 2018-2019 high school season for us.
Indeed it was. And ladies and gentlemen, the final score once again 5-4. We'll be back on the air on the MNHockey.tv. All Edina home games, boys and girls. We got the boys and the Red Knights going at it on Thursday. We'll be back here on Saturday at noon with JV action. Our Grand Rapids Thunderhawks and Red Knights, and the varsity action right after that. We've got Kennedy and the Academy of Holy Angels. We've got girls action a little bit later on in the day, which will feature Hill Murray and Edina. For our entire crew here tonight, Todd Grover, nice job on the camera. Did you like the new tripod? He did. He's a man of few words.
That's right.
For Bart Archer, I'm Pete Wagner. Thanks for joining us. Spread the news, mnhockey.tv. We're here. We're ready. Can't wait to do our games for you this upcoming season. And check out our podcast. A couple new ones coming out tomorrow. We'll be tweeting those out to you as well. So long, everybody.